What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. So are you thinking of opening that new credit card but you're unsure about it, either because you have a unanswered question or you just want to be 100% sure that this is the right thing to do for yourself? In this video, I'm going to be answering all of those questions for you, and I'm actually going to bring up some of the other points that you may have not thought about in the past, just to address those for you as well, just so you can make sure to make the right decision for yourself. And also make sure to stay until the end for the 5-item checklist that everybody should be using before thinking of opening a new credit card. Opening a new credit card can be scary. In fact, if you've been following my work, then you know there are so many factors to consider before opening that new credit card. Getting a new pet. Okay, not really. But seriously, give yourself a pat on the back for clicking this video, because not everybody, actually majority of people, don't consider these factors I'm about to share with you. They would just get hyped up and sign up.
Sign up right now.
Then a year or two later, they wonder why they can't get accepted for that mortgage because their credit score is too low, and also why they spent thousands of dollars just in credit card fees. Then they end up regretting it, just like how I regret eating that ice cream earlier, but then they realize life has no replays, you just gotta play along with it. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tony. Welcome to the channel. On here we talk about personal finance, sales, and entrepreneurship 2 to 3 times a week, and we upload videos that will add value to your life. So make sure you subscribe down below so you don't miss an upload. Also drop a like down below as well. That would be greatly appreciated. With that being said, let's talk business. First things first, the first questions you should be asking yourself is qualifying yourself. Do you overspend? And I'm not asking whether you pay off your credit card in full every month. That's a different question. This one is really think about it. Would you overspend? Because with a new credit card comes with a higher spending limit. And with that limit that you have, will you overspend? Really think about this one. If the answer is no, I'm assuming it's no, let's move on. When was the last time you got a credit card? If your answer is really recently, like last month, and you don't have a good reason for it, you probably want to wait a little bit until you get another hard inquiry. You want to wait a little bit because that's gonna take time for your credit score to slowly recover before you hit it with another hard inquiry. You're gonna be getting a mortgage or a car loan in the next 6 months. If your answer is yes for any of them, do not get a credit card right now. Wait after you get that car loan or that mortgage, because if you run a credit check on your account right now, it's going to temporarily drop your credit score for the time being, and it's going to take about up to 6 months to recover with good history, right? So if you run it right now, it's going to affect your ability to get a mortgage or that car loan, so wait it out. Okay, I qualified myself, what now? Then you want to be looking at the sign-up bonus to see if it's even worth your time getting this card. And what kind of play is this? Is this a long-term play where you're going to keep the card forever? Or are you just going to get it for the sign-up bonus and cancel it a year from now? For example, a card might seem decent at the first glance, and then you look further. If it has a weak sign-up bonus or it has no sign-up bonus, run the numbers, but most of the time, the card might not be worth your time. Use the Scotiabank Visa Infinite Momentum card versus the CIBC Dividend Visa. So both of these cards were actually featured in the top 5 credit cards in Canada video that we made a little bit earlier. So if you haven't watched it, link above or down in the description. Both cash back, so therefore it's going to be really easy for this comparison. In fact, the reason I chose both of these is they actually target the same demographic and they're really similar cards.
All right, so for this example, let's just use the gas for comparison. So at the first glance, the CIBC card is better than the Scotia Momentum for the gas category, 4% over the 2% the Scotia offers. However, Scotia has a 10% cashback for first 3 months, basically a $200 sign-up bonus if you spend $2,000 in the first 3 months. So let's just assume you do, right? So in order for you to earn the $200 cash back in terms of spending, you're basically looking at a 2% spend because it's not 4% difference, is a 2%, right? So you're looking at a $10,000 spend. And in order for you to spend $10,000 on gas, depending on where you live, depending on how you drive, personally, I spend $200 a month on gas, and that's gonna be roughly 4 years. So what's your play here? Are you looking to keep this card and get value over 4 years, or know your play? Like what's your long term gonna be? Are you gonna cancel this card after the sign up bonus? This will strongly determine what card you will get. And also, it's worth considering that the sign up bonus changes all the time, right? So the sign up bonus changes all the time. So if you have a specific card that you want to get, why don't you just wait a while for it to come back, for the sign up bonus to come back, and then you can get it.
Now, this one kind of overlaps a little bit with the last point, but always run the numbers. Is there a better competitor out there that you can get? Right? Just like the example I did for you guys earlier, always run the numbers for any possible competitors. The reason why I like to do this is if you really think about it, let's say you make $100 more just from doing this, that's 2 minutes of your time and you just made $100, right? So why wouldn't you do this? And also, don't think that it's just gonna be out there. These companies, they hire marketers that it's literally their job to make sure their credit card appears better than their competitor. But sometimes that's not the case. So don't be fooled by this. Always run the numbers. What are you planning to do with this card long term? Are you looking for a quick sign up bonus grab and dip, or are you looking to keep this credit card long term? If your answer is the latter, then you better hope the value you're getting out of the card every single year is higher than the annual fee or the potentially annual fee that you'd be paying, and also consider again the opportunity cost. Otherwise, you're paying that $100 a year annual fee for what? Really consider this, because I don't want you to be one of that guy that basically pays $100 every year just to keep that line of credit open because they already done it for 5 years, and them closing the credit card would lower their credit score and it would erase all that history. So do not be that guy and literally end up paying thousands of dollars over 10 or 20 years. To learn more about credit scores and how it works and how to increase it fast, link above or down in the description to check out my video that I made on it. Exit strategy. This point is probably the most important point out of everything I just mentioned earlier. What is your exit strategy? In fact, if your answer to my question to you earlier was you're gonna just grab that sign-up bonus and dip out, well, my question to you again is how are you gonna dip out? What is your exit strategy? Are you gonna cancel the card? Like, what are you gonna do? When are you gonna cancel the card? Right? Or if you're unsure, maybe I enjoy the card, maybe I don't want to cancel after a year, right? Even then, consider your exit strategy, because what if you do decide to do so? Always to plan your exit strategy ahead of time, or your strategies in general ahead of time, right? So if you have a credit card, or if you are thinking of getting a credit card with an annual fee, you better listen up. I'm about to share with you some of the exit strategies that you may want to use. The most straightforward one is simply canceling the card. It's not ideal, but it's the obvious one, so let's just quickly cover it, right? So what's going to happen when you cancel the card is it's going to show on your credit profile, and also depending on how long you had that card for, it's going to drop your score a little bit, a lot, depending on how long you had it for. For example, if you just had it for a few months, it's not that bad. Therefore, it makes it a viable option. Now, option 2 is smashing the like button because it's good for the YouTube algorithm and you should just do it anyways. Option 3, you want to find out whether your card can product switch to another credit card. So this varies depending on the bank and depending on the card, but most cards that I know of can actually product switch to another card. For example, a card without an annual fee, or a similar tier card in which you would get another sign-up bonus for again, and therefore your second year you won't get a negative value out of it. So because of this, I would actually rate this as a higher alternative. Or worst case scenario, let's say you don't want anything to do with the card anymore after getting the sign-up bonus, no problem. Like mentioned earlier, you can just product switch to a lower tier card that doesn't have an annual fee, and again, make sure your card can do this. Every card is different. Assuming you can do this and just sit on the card, use it like once a few months or something just to keep that line of credit open and let it increase your average age of accounts. So to conclude, I hope you didn't just watch the video, you actually paid attention and got some valuable information out of this video. There's certainly a lot of factors to consider when determining whether you should be getting a new credit card or not. I wish when I was getting my first few credit cards, there was a checklist out there. I had to figure out all of these on my own. I even canceled my first credit card. That being said, thank you so much for watching, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel for more videos that add value to your life, uploading 2 to 3 times a week on topics of personal finance, sales, and entrepreneurship. If you enjoyed the video or thought to yourself throughout the video, where'd this guy's hair go? Then make sure you smash the like button down below, and also comment down below. Let us know what credit card are you thinking of getting next. With that being said, as always, have a great day, and I'll see you next time.